Welcome back. I've got a Blu Ray update to share with you guys. A number of things came in the last week. First up is a title from my good buddy Reject Films. Dan sent me this copy of Magdalena, 1974, directed by Walter Booth, who apparently just did a bunch of softcore porn type stuff. Schoolgirl Report movies from the early 70s, Euro sleaze. And really, Magdalena is that no more than that. It's just Euro sleaze with the window dressing of an exorcism. But basically, it's just an excuse for this Dagmar Heydrich to get unclothed and do all kinds of possessed type gyrations. It's just. I don't know. It's entertaining in a very sleazy way, but it's not a good possession movie. I think, and I don't even think it's really trying to be a horror movie. Like I said, I think that's just window dressing for yet another softcore porn film that Walter was putting out and the Germans were putting out. But it's interesting, and I think this quality of this print is very good from Dark Force Entertainment. There are no special features, unfortunately. I would love to know what happened with Dagmar. I'd heard, she has this film credit, but that's it. I'd heard through a little bit of research that I did that she just kind of disappeared and went to Belgium and lived with her mother, and she had a drug problem potentially that caused her to have to go into rehab or things like that. I don't know 100% what's going on there, but she definitely just kind of disappeared. This is, I guess everyone knows about this release in terms of the glow in the dark. Yeah, this glow in the dark cover was all fucked up basically, and it's peeling off. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I appreciate Dan sending it to me, and I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's definitely preferable to watching it on YouTube or some kind of streaming site. Next up is a couple of Vinegar Syndrome titles that I don't know. I was just late to the party getting these. I just kind of was lax picking them up, and then by the time I got around to it, they were either gone entirely or no slipcover, so I guess it is what it is at this point. But here's Grave Robbers, Mexican horror film. Ruben Galenta directed this, and it plays a lot like Return of the Living Dead. It's a lot of fun. You've got a priest. Basically, the storyline is you've got a priest that was a Satan worshiper, and he gets caught, and he vows to come back after he gets killed. He vows to come back and cut the heads off of everybody, and he does just that. These kids show up at this cemetery, and unbeknownst to them, they release the satanic priest, and he goes around killing them. Good special effects. It's fun. It's cheesy. It's late 80s, and I definitely recommend it. This has an audio commentary with Hysteria Continues, and then an interview that I haven't checked out yet, but definitely give this a 7 out of 10. At some point I need to go ahead and try to find a slipcover for that. Next up is another couple of Vinegar Syndrome titles that, again, late to the party, and I need to at some point find the slipcovers for these. And first is Rest in Pieces. I have not seen Rest in Pieces yet. I wanted to go ahead and do this update. I've heard mixed things about it, but I am looking forward to checking it out. And I think this is another Ruben Galenta film, or is it? No. This is a Jose Larraz film. I should have known that. Sorry. This has an audio commentary track with Kat Ellinger. This one should be an interesting watch. I'll probably check this out this weekend. Next up is another Ruben Galenta film, and this one I've not seen yet as well, Cemetery of Terror. and I've kind of heard people on the fence about it. I've heard people say that they like um, the Grave Robbers a little bit better, and then I've heard just the opposite. So who knows? I'm looking forward to checking out Cemetery of Terror. Looks a lot like kind of some of the Blind Dead movies. Another great release from Vinegar Syndrome. I think, let's see, we got two commentary tracks on this one. So yeah, looks like good stuff there. Cemetery of Terror. This is the one, if I'm not mistaken, that completely sold out, and so I ended up just ordering the 3 of those off of Amazon. Next up, well, I do have another one I missed out on. This was the Severin release of the Franco Baja Blanca. And that's that we go back to the Severin's disastrous sale where their site wasn't working, and I ended up not getting that title. I found it, believe it or not, I found it on Walmart's website for less than $30. Everywhere else is like $60 to $80 for the thing. So I did find it, and it's supposed to be delivered next week now. So when I get that, I'll do a Franco Friday for you guys. Next up is a film I really love. This one, Knives Out. Great film. Really, really a great, refreshing murder mystery with dark humor. Oh, it was really, really good. It was basically you got a dysfunctional family who's the patriarch who's basically funding all his kids and grandkids, and they're paying for all their lifestyles, dies, and they're trying to figure out who did the killing, or if it was actually a suicide, or there was someone that killed him. Good stuff. Really well acted. Loved it. 9 out of 10. This has some special features I've not checked out yet, but I will definitely do that soon. And then I've got, from of all places, by the way, that was from Best Buy. $9. I never go to Best Buy, and you probably don't either, because Best Buy doesn't have anything. I mean, the shelves are clean. If they've got a title, it's usually just one copy. This is another Dan Reject thing he put me on to. There's been this release of King Kong 1976 has been making its way out without the slip. Well, guess what? Best Buy has it, and I couldn't believe it. My Best Buy had this with the slip. Just one of them, but they had it, and I went and picked it up just because I don't understand what's going on with not being able to order it directly from Scream Factory with the slip. But be that as it may, Best Buy had it, and I ran out and got it, and I picked up Knives Out and another title while I was there. And yeah, I'm glad to have this. This is 1976's King Kong. Jessica Lange. It's a Fay Ray character. And this has 2 cuts of the film. This has got a 3-hour TV cut and the theatrical. Now, this came out in mid-70s. I saw the theatrical version, and I saw the TV cut when it was broadcast, which is over 3 hours long, 3 hours and 13 minutes. This is really a great King Kong film, and much better than the modern ones. I mean, if you have a choice between a CGI monster or a guy in a suit, for me, it's almost always a win that the guy in the suit's just going to be better. It's just going to be better. It feels more realistic. I think the character portrayal of an actor in a suit is always going to beat CGI, even if the CGI looks realistic. There's just something about it, I think, that works. But this film took a lot of heat for the man in the suit. I think there's just a stigma about that. Some people, particularly if you're not into kaiju, a guy in a suit, they just don't like it. But I think it was great, and I think it's much better than the Peter Jackson film. Now I will say this: when I saw it, obviously I was a kid, maybe 12 or 15 when I saw this in the theater. I didn't like it, and mainly because it's a love story. I mean, when you're a kid, you want to see the monster, you want to see it battling prehistoric animals and things like that. And so I really didn't enjoy the love story part, and I thought it was corny. And but now I have obviously I have a much greater appreciation for it, because the element of this film at its heart is it's a love story, and it's well done, no doubt about it. It's well done. There are some special features on here, and I haven't gone through those just yet. There's no audio commentary, which I would have loved to have had an audio commentary, but oh well, it is what it is. It's a really nice slipcover too. So I recommend, if you haven't picked this up and you find it somewhere, or pick it up, because apparently it's going like hotcakes. Not sure why that release is going like hotcakes, but it is. And then finally, Best Buy. This is on the title. It was $10. I thought, well, what the heck? I don't have it in my collection, and that's Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Interesting thing about this film is that when I saw it at the theater the first time I saw it, I loved it. Gave it a 9 out of 10. This is not holding up to rewatches, though. I dropped it down to a 7. I still like it. I think the monster action is fantastic. But the characters, as many people point out, are annoying as fuck. And I'll even listen to the audio commentary on this to try to figure it out. And the guys that did this, the director and the writers, were so proud of themselves about all the character pieces they wrote in. But I don't know what they're proud of, because it really is not good. It's corny. It's distracting. At times, it's just flat out distracting. I wish a kaiju film would come out, and there have been some great kaiju films that have come out with great. The more recent Shin Godzilla is a great story, along with great monster action. But we have yet to conquer that as far as American productions. At any rate, I still like it. I still give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, I got in the box set of the Urban Legend trilogy. This is from 88 Films. Glad to have this in the collection, although honestly, the only one I really like is the first film. I think the first film is decent, and the next two get progressively worse. The third one's just flat out stupid and silly, but they're decent films. I mean, none of them are below a 5 out of 10. The first one I think is the best of the lot, but it's a nice box set from 88 Films. They did a great job. I think this is 88 Films, isn't it? Let me see. Yeah, nice set. Probably will break into that and rewatch those films during the October Horror Challenge. And then finally, the prized possession. Been waiting for this. I ordered this thing as soon as the pre-order came up. I didn't want to miss out, and I finally got it. And that's the Eurocrypt collection from Christopher Lee. Look at this baby, gorgeous. Of course, it's got the pullover tie. I love the box design. This has Castle of Living Dead. I think that's the Count Regula one. This has got one I haven't seen. Challenge the Devil. I have not seen Challenge the Devil. Crypt of the Vampire. That's another good one. Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace. Have not seen it. And then apparently this is a TV series Christopher Lee hosted called The Theater Macabre. I have not seen this as well. Torture Chamber of Dr. Satan. That's Regula. Count Regula. This is my favorite one. Chris Lee plays Count Regula in this. This is a balls to the wall Euro horror. Good stuff right there. And then you've got a book, pretty thick tome from Jonathan Rigby. Great set. Fantastic set. Let me check out these special features. We've got audio commentary on Castle of Living Dead. We got 2 commentaries on Challenge the Devil. No audio commentary, but there are some interviews. Crypto the Vampire only has a trailer. That's a bummer. But all these are new scans, so that's going to be great. I mean, most of these films I've had on really kind of questionable quality DVDs. They've never had a really nice release. The Sherlock Holmes film has an audio commentary. And then Theater Macabre. Looks like there's just a interview with Christopher Lee. Torture Chamber of Dr. Sadism. Let's see what this has got. This has got audio commentary and a bunch of interviews. Oh yeah, this good stuff. Great release. Fantastic. Real happy to have this. I would highly recommend, if you don't buy anything else the rest of the year, that you get your hands on a copy of the Chris Lee Euro collection. I love it. Now, I don't know when I'm going to watch it. Probably an October Horror Challenge, but that is what it is. Okay, that was a short, brief Blu-ray update. I'll have a few more things. Like I say, next week I should have my copy of that Franco Severin title, and I will watch that and do a Franco Friday if I can get it in by Friday. And I'm doing some Video Nasty reviews with Dan Reject Films, so look forward to that as well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and appreciate it.